what better way to start a combo video is with J.D. Dwyer, who brought in with him, look at all these donuts. He knows my boys love donuts. And look, he also knows we love coffee. Some more donuts, coffee. You can even smell it through the foil. Isn't that nice? He's here picking up clear glass. We, of course, are the main suppliers in the 3-mile radius.
We stay radius. Good stuff.
Yes. We have the System 80 glass, Spider-Man glass.
Yep.
I ordered too much of it, so we do sell it. So, and look, the boys are packing. We just got the cyclone in for an overhaul. Somebody saw our work and they wanted their cyclone done. Look, Laser Ball just came in. Oh, Judge Dredd is almost done. But JD, did you see what a fine job the lad did back here on this centipede? This was an overhaul. Actually, do you see the side here? Let me cut now to what it looked like when we started with all the cigarette stuff. Look at how discolored this is. It was in a smoker's house. Yeah, I guess I never knew that. Wallace is working on that centipede. Remember that? This was in the smoker's house. Look, this is without it being washed. Come over here. And this side has been washed. Unfortunately, the nicotine is in there pretty good, but we had to start with washing it. We're going to repaint it white. Stephen is going to go around this and paint this baby white. And look, N. That stands for Nathaniel. See?
Stands for nothing.
Nothing. It's, you know, Wallace, people think that we should now make Dig Dug Disco. Remember? But he's sitting here. Actually, wait a minute. Can't you disco sitting down? Here, let's try it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Watch your Frank make a kick.
Yuck. Yes, that's what it looked like. He's repainted it, but he was able to salvage the art. He's not quite finished the art here. That's why the T-molding's not on it. But we got the overlay on it. Trackball's been rebuilt with new rollers.
Don't shake the cabinet, dummy.
I wiggled the joystick.
That's a joystick, huh?
Like I said, dummy.
Do you hear this?
He called
Again
it.
and again. Kurt, you're supposed to show him painting
He's
the
painting.
machine. Wait a minute, Stephen. How come you're not painting with these?
I'm not allowed.
Look at all these paints. One for every... Oh, you know what? I'll bet you that purple was Crystal Castle's purple.
You got it.
Yes, we have a Crystal Castle's video that you're going to see later in this video today. But anyway, the centipede, we did a lot of work on the inside, Kurt. Swing around the back real quick. Actually, you'll have to step in. Bottom transformer was rusty. So we took it out. Chris cleaned it, got all the rust off, and then repainted it with...
Sorry, am I in your way?
Kurt, can you just push the friggin' light bulb button on
Here you
it?
go. You got the camera?
Kurt, you're supposed to. Kurt, you're not supposed to do that. I am running the show
Now
here.
you can run the camera.
You can't do that to me. There. Look, isn't that nice? Transformer, Bob Roberts stuff. Logic board, we had to take all apart and clean. The legs were falling off the chips, so we burned new ones. The 7000 chassis has a new flyback and all new capacitors. Now you can take the camera back, Kurt.
Done.
JD, do you want a centipede in your collection?
I would love to have a classic game. Just gotta make the room for it.
The room. He's using the old, I don't have the room for it.
Stop all your pinballs, right?
I love my pinballs. I'm looking for a Hulk.
Incredible Hulk. They come up. They don't come up often. People have discovered the value of these old games.
But I'm buying it from you, so that means you have to...
I'm going to get the sale. Anyway, let's move on to the next game. Frank, it's time we show you a STRIKEMASTer. But I just realized it's not plugged in. And Wallace is busy sawing away Wallace, what are you doing back here? We don't work here. We don't work
You heard
here.
it, Wallace.
We don't work here at TNT. Look at this. We have a beautiful... Wallace, don't we have a beautiful... We have no room. That's what we have. What a busy shop. What a busy shop.
Wallace, why don't you
you're
take
to
over this
blame.
video?
I gotta make parts. Well, why don't you just call the
Yeah, get a patent. Right, call the manufacturer, get a patent.
What the hell is wrong with you?
No manufacturers. Yeah, there's not many left. Look, let me show you the STRIKEMASTER. We did something unique on this that we never did before. We offer shuffle alleys. It's the center area. These, you can't buy these.
I'll be back when I can work.
Shouldn't you
See you
say that
tomorrow.
the way Arnold says it? Go ahead, Wallace.
What?
How would Arnold Schwarzenegger say it?
I'll be back.
Thank you.
They all love you, Wallace.
They do. They do. Everybody knows my Wallace. We'll go over and see what he's doing in a minute. But look, let's get back to this. We did something new with this we didn't do before. We offer shuffle alleys with playfields that have some wear marks on them. A lot cheaper. A whole lot cheaper. Because we can't get playfields anymore. Nobody manufactures these. They stopped all production of parts of these machines, I think, in '97. So we're not going to find stuff anymore. But anyway, this had a lot of black wear in it, so we repainted this and then sealed it twice with gloss to cover up the wear area. We don't think it'll last forever, but I think it'll last a good long time, especially if our customer, see how fast the puck moves? Especially if our customer keeps the playfield nice and clean. You can see how fast the puck moves now because we have that silicone on it. We also topped the game off with new T-molding, new rubbers on the side, the new panel here. This is all new. Of course, the instruction cards are new. Our customer just asked us to paint this high gloss black to cover over the artwork, which is exactly what we did. Now it looks terrific. Inside here, in typical bar use, we've probably seen many videos on these machines. A lot of these get full of crud from the nicotine and stuff. All this has been cleaned and simple greened. So all of that crud is pretty much gone. And it's functioning. All these mechanisms are now functioning the way they should. We have 2 new fluorescent ballasts and new bulbs, obviously. And we also did some work up here. We did a lot of work. We have the driver board's been rebuilt with the bridges that will probably never fail in a private home, and the capacitor that's now drying out and leaking, and of course all the connections have been reflowed
Written, produced, and directed by Todd Tuckey. Maybe you should check your script.
Before everybody gets in the tither, it doesn't use that fuse. Okay, somebody that's no. There's only 4 light circuits on this because there's hardly any GI. We have 2 strings here on the front board, and we have the 2 lights in the front, and that's it. So it only uses 3 of those 5 strings anyway. So don't get in the dither. Anyway, lithium battery here, the button battery that you can buy anywhere now. We used to put the larger cell in, but now with these lithiums, these small ones, that could be purchased anywhere. And we put that chip in a socket. That is a switch chip. That's the only thing that ever goes bad on this board. There are other issues that have happened over the years, but 90% of all service on it is something to do with the leaky batteries or that chip. Everything else is pretty much indestructible. Really well designed board. So if our customer has a problem, you could probably even change that without even taking the board out. The high voltage we did rebuild with the new capacitors. Bob Roberts sells that size. Everybody else has a fatter one that doesn't fit in the board right. That special size, we gave him the inches. We said, Bob, we need to buy hundreds of these. Will you get them made? And he did. That's a big investment because you have to order them. You have to get a good quality one. Other things we did. We rebuilt the bottom, as we always do, with a 2x4 with the casters. That will never break or get damaged again. And then this is the interconnect board. This is only used in the last 4 machines. I don't like interconnect boards. I like the old plugs. I don't like these because they're always full of cold solder joints. That has been addressed. There'll probably never be a problem again. Here's a tip for you. If you have a Williams game, let's say the switches are not functioning, sometimes the problem is a cold solder joint in the back, and other times the wire has popped out of the little silver teeth that hold it. See, the wire's pressed in, machine pressed in, and it grips, it pierces the insulation and grips the wire. Sometimes if the wire backs out just a hair, it doesn't make good contact. Taking a tiny flat screwdriver and simply pushing all those pins in usually solves the problem. Guess we're ready to give it a play. So you can see how marvelous it is. Actually, Frank, show the pin action. As I slide the puck, watch what happens. Do you see how that arm resets everything? The master arm in the back, that brass arm, pushes all of the pins back up again. Watch again. Now this is really fascinating with this because let me show you something. The way this is designed, none of the pins are actually attached to the reset arm. See, this is the reset arm, and that's job is to push this pin back up. Now, here's why. The motor is not attached in any way to the pins. So if you had like a child, say arms, or you had anything under here that could possibly get stuck in here, there's no way anything here could hurt you. It's all plastic and it's all disconnected from the big heavy motor armature. So there could never be a problem with somebody getting their arm stuck as the motor is cycling. Obviously, if this is covered, you won't see it and it'll be a lot quieter, but this gives you a nice look at what goes on. I want to show you something too that's, since we're right in here, I have a video on adjusting this too. If you ever have a pin after the pin's all reset and one pin just swings itself right back up again, it means that this screw, you see this silver screw that's pointing at 45 degrees down, has to be tightened a little bit. What's happening is it's not pushing the reset far enough. Now the first thing you should do before you adjust it is make sure that the housing's nice and tight and the housing's not loose. But this armature, that screw, pushes this up and it's pushing all 10 at the same time. Well, sometimes one of the 10, it doesn't push it quite far enough, and it swings back up, see? So all you have to do is tighten that screw just a hair, and then you're as good as new. See? It's not that complicated. I think I'm more complicated. Anyway, I think, Frank, this is ready to pack up and ship. What do you think, Frank?
Yep.
You know what? I guess it's time to move on to the next game. Well, we're tacking this one on the end. Teed off. Yes, you've seen many teed offs in the past, but you haven't seen one lit in super bright. Although, was the last one super bright? Yes, sir. Huh? I forgive you, Wallace. He didn't. I'm just teasing. Everybody said Wallace wasn't in the last video. Well, now he is. Wallace, say something. Anything.
I'm gonna be a star.
Wallace is the star. Come on, give us that profile.
Great star.
Look at that face.
Well, we can't see it with your bald head in the way.
There we go. He's going to be... Look what he's doing. That's spy hunting. All the side art. The old side art's gone. See all the new side art? Oh, God, that's going to be a honey. And look, the seat.
Handcrafted by Wallace himself.
Handcrafted. Beautiful, nice carpet to put your rear end down on instead of the hard plastic. See, my ass has to be cushy when it goes down. Okay. Look, these boys are having a stroke. Look, this machine has gone through a thorough reconditioning. Can you get our stickers, please? Because people love it when I put the stickers on. We have the same wonders in the back. Battery, lithium battery. This is a gopherless model. That is the plate that Gottlieb offered to install if you did not have a gopher. And we don't know what happened to the gopher. Actually, what top of it was there with the light bulb sockets and the hole and the wires were hanging. But baby, the gopher was gone. When they traded it in, there was no gopher. Somebody must have ripped it off. But what we've done is put Kurt, what? Look, yes, people love it. Where should I put this? How about right there? And this one, I could put right here in the center.
You don't have the balls.
You know, I know. Oh God, that would generate so many nasty emails. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Can you read them now? Anyway, this is
I write half of them.
Time for Easter. They're having an Easter holiday. All the golf balls were missing, but we went to Kmart and bought practice balls. You know, everybody should have practice balls.
Kurt!
Ah, the record player again. That keeps turning on by accident.
Maybe you've got
doing
both.
that on purpose. And it goes off by itself. All right.
Thanks, Steve.
Tony, did you work on this? Who worked?
No, Jay.
Jay did.
Oh, Jay.
Jay put new targets on, new stickers. The plastics seem perfect. And now they'll never break because we now have the protective things on it. What? I don't understand. It just pops on. Anyway, we did some It's off for good. Boy. You know, I think somebody's turning... Wait a minute. There is a remote for that. One of you morons is turning that on and off. Not anymore. Aha! It's not this radio. Somebody's going to pay.
You.
The camera.
Huh?
The camera's doing that.
Tell everybody that you know that you're editing the music clips in. Stop playing around.
Now it explains the other videos. Now, who is not here?
Jonathan.
Jason's not.
Jonathan? Scott? Kurt?
Kurt doing it.
Yeah.
Well, now at least I know what's going on. It's not that radio. I unplugged every plug. Somebody's going to pay. Somebody's going to pay. All this effort. Now, all right, let's look. Green or blue. We got green, we got white, we got yellow in the center. It really looks nice. Look at the cabinet. The game looks like new. I'm going to find out who did that, by the way. I think it was you, Tony. And it's the same song. You see, it's always that. Okay. All right, look. Yellow tea molding replaced the black. I don't know why Gottlieb didn't do that. New flipper. Oh, new rails. Guess who makes these? Steve Young. Pinball Resource makes brand new rails. The game looks like $1 million. It will last forever in this private room. Hopefully, we'll never hear from the person. But if they do, it is covered by our 5-year service plan. So if something does go wrong the first 5 years, it's a very inexpensive repair. It's like a deductible. One nice feature we offer. This video is so packed with stuff, we are going to end it now. Good night. Now go away, you bother me.